Hello students, let's see today the basic terminology in accounting. So some basic terms we will learn today and I will deal with the journal entries in the next live class again. Till then we will concentrate on theory. So what is capital? At first capital is there. So capital means the amount which the proprietor or owner has invested in the firm or can claim from the firm. So basic accounting equation is capital equals to assets minus liability. So what happens whether uh, assets are bought with the capital or assets may be bought with the money supplied from liabilities. So assets, that means like land and building, machinery, plant, furniture, stock, all these things are bought with money. And where from this money comes? This money comes from capital supplied by the proprietor, or otherwise from any other loan from outside. So when loan is taken from proprietor we say it capital, and when loan is taken from outside we call it liabilities. That is why capital plus liability must be equal to assets. So as capital equals to assets minus liability. So this is the basic thing. Now let's see by an illustration that suppose Ram started his business with an amount of rupees 50,000, and during the year, he earned a profit of 15,000 and withdrew 10,000 for his personal use. At the end of the year, Ram's capital will be 55,000. How? We will see. So, first, capital invested at the beginning of the year was 50,000. Again, net profit will be added to the capital because net profit will increase the capital. You may think that why net profit will not be withdrawn by the proprietor, but yes, that will be done. But at first we will add that to the capital because drawings are subtracted from the capital, and whatever proprietor draws for his personal use, that is called drawing, and that drawing during the year will be subtracted from the capital plus net profit. So we will get at the end of the year the amount of capital. Next thing is liability. Liability means the amount which a business firm owes to outsiders. So liability represents the claims of those who are not the owners. As I told you that where any fixed assets or current asset is acquired with the help of money, and that money is supplied by either capital or liability. So whatever is not capital and taken from outside is called liability. So liabilities may be of two kinds: current liability and contingent liability. So current liability includes trade creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, outstanding expenses, proposed dividend, which are continuously converted into money and which has to be repaid regularly. That is called current liability. Whereas debentures and long-term loans, which are not paid during the year in question or the current year, that is called long-term liability. So that is kind of fixed liabilities. Again, contingent liabilities are there, the fund which is made for the purpose of payment of some special events, unexpected event, and which are not presently known. So that is called contingent liability. So accounting equation will be liability equals to assets minus capital. Again, assets means those properties which have future economic benefits, rights, and which are owned or controlled by an organization, that is called asset, and which is used for production purpose or benefit in the business, that is called assets. And so accounting equation will be assets are coming only from either money supplied by capital or liability. So assets equals to capital plus liability. Again, assets may be classified into several parts like fixed assets, current assets, and liquid assets, vesting, etc. We will see one by one. So fixed assets are those assets which will be used for a long period of time, more than 1 year or 2 year, like land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixture are all examples of fixed assets. Again, current assets are those assets which are acquired and are quickly converted into cash, like cash in hand, cash at bank, debtors, stock in hand. Debtors, any debtor on whom your amount is due, he will be paying soon, either 1 month, 2 month, within this year. Stock will be converted soon in the production process. So all these are called current assets. Again, liquid assets are those assets which are convertible at a very short period and which may be used as a instead of cash, like cash in hand is purely cash, and any check issued on your bank account, that is a piece of paper, but that is immediately convertible, government securities. And these kind of liquid assets can be used for money also. Again, see, vesting assets are there. So vesting assets means those assets which are having limited useful life and depreciate rapidly, like mines, machineries are examples of vesting assets. Tangible assets are those assets which can be seen. Again, these are the classification based on different bases. So uh, machinery is mentioned in fixed assets as well as vesting assets. Again, tangibility, on the basis of tangibility we can say tangible and intangible assets are there. So those assets which have physical existence, which can be touched, which can be felt, we can see those assets, those are called tangible assets, like plant and machinery, land and building, furniture, etc. Again, intangible assets are those assets which have no physical existence. They can be felt only. Their existence exists, like patent rights, goodwill, copyright, etc. All those are assets because these have future benefits. This can yield money, but these cannot be seen by mere eyes, so we call it intangible. Again, fictitious assets are those assets which have no value and these are treated as assets, but those are not actually assets but unwritten off expenses or losses, like preliminary expenses, discount on issue of shares. All these kind of expenses, fictitious assets, actually have a benefit over the several years, but those are revenue items, like profit and loss account, debit balance. All these are revenue items, but they appear in the assets. Again, revenue is there. Next point, revenue means the receipt from the sales of the firm of the goods which are traded by the firm only. When you are selling your furniture using in office, that is not, that will not count to revenue. So revenue means only total of those items which are traded by the company. That means goods, when goods are sold, only we count then revenue. Again, expense is there. Expense means all the monetary inputs or resources consumed. So expired cost, directly or indirectly related to a fiscal period of the flow of goods or service into the market of related operations. And all these are examples of expenses, like rent, purchase, depreciation. All these are expenses. Again, purchases means purchase of goods only in which the company is trading. Only traded goods which are bought for resale, that is either going into the production process or that is going to be directly sold by the businessman, called purchases. Again, sales means those items, amount of goods sold to customer on cash and credit. And only sales only goods are involved. Goods are included in this. Again, stock means the goods lying unsold on a particular date on which the balance sheet is prepared. So we follow a conservative principle in valuing stock, and market price or cost price, whichever is lower, we evaluate stock on that basis. Again, debtors are those persons who have bought goods from us, those goods which are traded only. If somebody has taken furniture from us, those are not debtors. Those are assets, current assets, but those are not debtors. So debtor means those who have taken our goods on credit and they will pay us later. Creditors means those from whom firm buys raw materials or those goods which are related to trade. Again, net profit means after deducting all the expenses, whatever profit is remaining with the firm, that is called net profit or income. After deducting all the expenses from the incomes, we get net profit. Again, net loss occurs when expenses are more than total income. So all the expenses exceed by total income, that is called net loss. Again, drawings means for the personal use, if proprietor draws goods or cash from the business, that is called drawing, because due to separate entity concept, in which we assume that proprietor and the firm are different. Again, transaction means those events which change the financial position of a company. We only, or any business firm, we only record transactions in books of accounts. You know already, I have explained it, that whenever suppose goods is purchased, then goods comes into the business and cash goes out, that is a transaction. So financial position is changing. Again, entry means the record made in the books of account in respect of a transaction. So one transaction will be represented by one entry, or two or three in combined can be combinedly reflected in one entry also. So voucher means the documents which offers the proof of a transaction. Any bill, any receipt, any ticket, that is a voucher. And debit means those entries which are shown on the left hand side of an account. So all the rules are there, and accordingly we debit and credit. So credit means the right hand side of our account. And discount are two kinds. Discount means whenever and we are paying somebody and they are leaving us some money, that is called discount, you already know. So there are two kinds of discount: trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount means on printed price whatever discount is allowed, that is called trade discount, and that discount is not recorded in the books of accounts, and no journal entry is made for the discount. So we assume that we had purchased that on the price after trade discount. And cash discount means when at the time of payment, when a debtor or creditor respectively receives or allows discount, that is called cash discount. So all these were terminologies. Go through this. I am giving you as this one as homework, very important. Any one can be asked in exams, like definitions of any of the terms. So read this and memorize this part, and I will deal with journal entry in the live class. Thank you.